Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, the 22nd of July, 2025. It is 3:42 p.m. and I have just started our 3:30 class recording. Let me share the screen. This is class 1 for Tuesday and Thursday's group. Classes 1 are always Monday and Tuesday. Classes 2 are always Wednesday and Thursdays. So for all classes 1, we always have a quick look in the update. I make sure that, especially today, because this is the first update. So do you remember that in the first class, we had the plan in the beginning of the document? I said this plan will become an update and we are going to make sure that we did everything. And if we didn't, whatever is missing is going to be transferred to the planning for the following week. This is what happened to this. Okay? So if a student is watching the video, or if the student only watches because they cannot connect to the classes and they want to be updated, they want to make sure they have done or they will do everything they are supposed to regarding the previous week, you come and check the update. And before here, nothing is going to be changed anymore. So as long as the week is not in progress, you can copy and paste everything before because it's not going to be changed anymore. If it is, I will leave a note on Class Live. Okay? So this is what we did last week. And this is what we are going to do today and, this week. I provided here official channel or the official channel, the TOEIC official channel for your information. This is a practices channel. And I chose this because they are all native speakers. All right. You can find a lot of channels, but this is one that is run by native speakers and they have really good explanations and really good practices. You can trust 100% explanations given in this channel. What else? Okay, we have been saying, well, we have been talking about the importance of the grammar. We are worried about B2 and C1 levels. Reminding everybody that there is no failure for TOEIC. So if you are worried about your level, don't be worried. I know it can be frustrating, but at least we know that nobody is gonna fail TOEIC. You are just going to maybe fail the level that you want, but with a bit of work and dedication, we can improve your level very importantly. Then the one of my favorite pages to practice grammar is this. It is very, very well organized. So if you go to the grammar, you find everything in a very student-friendly order. The verb tenses, today we're going to work a little bit in the tenses, very little, because if we do this, it's impossible. Our course focus on speaking and writing, so it is just a quick notion. And for that quick notion, we need about 2-3 classes, so I cannot do much more, all right? But I'm just showing the page because it's amazingly well organized. Remember that the prepositions are very important. So here you have everything for the prepositions, pronouns, etc. Very, very good web page. And then for today, we are going to work on verb tenses. Obviously, we are going to write a lot. We are going to write sentences for part 1 of our exam, emails for part 2 of the exam, and essays for part 3 of the exam. Differently from Cambridge or any other examination, TOEIC requires you a minimum of 300 words. This is more or less 5 full lines paragraphs. Okay, more or less. So nobody is used to this length, and we want to fill our full line paragraphs with good quality sentences. We don't want to be repetitive. We don't want to overuse articles, and we don't want to use the wrong timeline. That's why we need to revise the verb tenses so that we use the proper timeline. What is the timeline? Let me see this. Okay. Here. I will leave it here. Okay, we are not going to go into very much detail because it's a lot of things, but it is important that you have a look at it when you can. Okay, we cannot mix timelines when we are writing. So if we are talking about, let's say that they ask you to write an essay about the evolution of artificial intelligence, and you start talking about the artificial intelligences 10 years ago, and you decide to do that in the first 2 paragraphs. And you, by accident, throw a comment about how people are doing today. This is a timeline mistake. If you decide to write about how it was 10 years ago, you need to stick to the timeline. This is a quick example. All right? So the tenses are going to be worked for that. The articles. Why the articles? What are the articles in English? A and the. As good Latin language speakers, many students love this structure of the. The color of the car is blue, right? So, and then, or let's talk about the artificial intelligence. No, let's talk about artificial intelligence. Let's start and say, artificial intelligence is a modern tool. I don't know if this is the definition, but artificial intelligence, not the artificial intelligence, is a tool. So we are going to first remember how to use the articles, and then we are going to practice how to get rid of this so that we up-level the writings. I will give you an example. This paragraph here is the introduction of a C1 student. Can Mario read for me, please?
Okay. What are advantages or disadvantages of living near work? Give specific reasons and examples to support your opinion. 29. It is a dream come true when you can live near your work nowadays, especially in big cities like Tokyo or New York. You are able to avoid a lot of the problems of modern areas like traffic jams, while also practicing healthy lifestyles habits such as walking or cycling.
That's
In
okay.
addition,
That's okay. Thank you. Up here, I forgot to mention. So in here, this is what the mistake that I accidentally pasted here without the mistake. We want to avoid the repetition, as I said, and we want to avoid the overuse of the articles. Okay, so we are going to write this sentence. You see, as I copy it here, because I am going to ask the students to try to write the sentence without any of the or of the. Any brave volunteer to do that? I am going to give you a hint, okay? So this will be this. Uy. To avoid a lot of. So a lot of will become many. I have already taken one. How do we eliminate this from our sentences?
In. No.
No.
You put
We
the
don't,
modern first.
right?
Modern problems.
Modern? No, the modern is not the problems. What is modern? Sorry, it's missing an S here.
Modern areas.
Modern areas, what? What else?
About.
Sorry?
About.
About
Many modern areas problems.
problems. So this indicates that the problems belong to the modern areas. Of the modern areas. And then we are saving words that are not viable so that you can use viable words such as adverbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, phrasal verbs, and collocations in the whole essay. So that's why we need to, one, change our Spanish ship. And remember that every time we use the structure of the, you need to try to find an option. If the option is not possible, okay. But normally the option is possible. All right. Today, we are just going to work and revise the use of the articles. And in a future class, we are going to change this and do these changes. So something similar to this. But before that, we are going to revise the use of the articles. All right? Questions? And then, what is the plan here? And punctuation. Of course, if we are going to write sentences, texts, and essays, we need to master the punctuation for great and excellent essays and writings for B2 and C1 levels, right? I was told by several students that this is not very used. And I was told that the commas are also used differently in Spanish. So I'll give you some examples. Is it correct?
Yes, no.
Okay. Now let's see it in English. Okay? So in English, when you are writing a list, you must use a comma before end. However, if it is only two items, you don't need it. So this is one of the most important differences. Then the semicolon. The semicolon, I don't want to use the grammar book's definition. Allows you to start a new idea. So right? So it is a completely different idea, a completely different message. They are related, but the sentences are completely different. It is different from this.
And what is the difference with the point?
Just a sec. Okay, so this is a comma and this is a semicolon. A semicolon. And what's the difference between a dot? This is the difference. The capital letter. Okay? Sometimes, in this case, it is only two sentences, but for the paragraphs, when you argumenting, the semicolons are better than the dots, so that you don't have very small sentences, because if you are argumenting, you need to throw different reasons to the same main argument, let's say it this way, not arguments, explanations. Okay? But initially, after a dot, you have a capital letter. More questions? Okay.
It's okay.
Then these are basically why we are doing these practices today. Next class, class 2, Wednesday and Thursday, will be for listening practices. So we rest a bit from the grammar. All right? Okay. So all the exercises are short. It is for the students to have an idea of how they are in the grammar or in this specific topics that we are studying today. And you can use the destination books, or you can use even this webpage here to practice in whatever topic you need. Okay, so depending on the sentence, you commit a mistake here, you go to the main page, look for that specific tense, and work as you need. So let me get a timer here. 4 minutes is more than enough. If it is not, you need to revise. All right? So try to do it in less than 4 minutes. I will share only the timer. And when you do your exercise, please don't check. Do it and wait for the timer to chime. Sorry, I forgot to say, if you begin before the timer chimes, you have extra work in here, in the beginning of page 7. So you can click there, and you have 15 exercises. Okay, so you start the test and you keep going. You're gonna have plenty of activities to do if you need to do several activities while the mates are finishing the activities with the timers. All right, so don't check before we are all at the same time. Let's share only the timer. And let's go. Okay, I was doing the next exercise and I changed the screen. So let me. You can check yours. And if you committed mistakes, you can solve your doubts. If you don't understand why you did those mistakes. Any questions? Okay. Normally, if there are no questions in the room, students watching, normally number 4 and number 10 is a problem. The explanation is the same. They have cleaned the car. Well, the word again here makes a difference because it looks new again. So how was the car before? The car was very old. The car was so dirty that it looked very old, and it has changed now. So when did they clean the car? This morning, yesterday, 2 days ago, last week? We don't have an idea. The same here. We are at Burger King now, and he cannot buy a hamburger. When did he lose the money? He has just realized he doesn't have the money, but when did he lose the money? Nobody knows. So we use the perfect tense. Also, number 8, why is going to read and is reading a book this evening? Because it's a planned action. It is different from a scheduled action. It is a planned action. He is going to read a book this evening. And here, why is playing? Can you say, listen? Because now you are listening to it, right? Listen, Mr. Jones is playing the piano now. Can you add the word now here? Yes, you can. So it is playing. Or any other sentence that you can add now here. For example, we are taking a test. Could you add, we are taking a test now? Yes, I can. We are taking a test after the explanation. No, we are going to take a test after the explanation. Questions? Okay, so we are ready for the following one, mix 2. Same thing. This is more focused on the past. Again, 4 minutes. You can start. Now I'm gonna make sure that I don't get away. More focus. It doesn't mean it doesn't have on other time tenses, okay? All right. I committed one mistake. I don't know why. I used the verb go here because I was probably looking at this verb here and I used the verb go here in the present. Okay. Questions?
They put on the sentence 9, I just put watch it instead of had seen.
Okay. If the verb was watch, you needed to use had watched. Okay. But they asked for the verb see. Why is it the past perfect? Because this is timeline. One past before a previous past is the past perfect. What happened before? He had seen the movie, right? He was at the cinema. He liked the movie a lot. So after he had seen the movie, he made a decision. He decided to buy the book. This is timeline.
Okay. Okay.
Something else, guys. Maybe number 7. Why we didn't use waited? Mientras el doctor estaba examinando, Dr. Jones, hasta mañana su hijo esperó fuera. No. Mientras el doctor estaba examinando, el señor Jones, su hijo estaba esperando fuera. Because both actions are happening at the same time. While. Yes, Mario?
In number 5, I put the sun will rise in the east. It's possible?
Will rise. Only once.
Will rise, just
But only once. When?
yes. Okay.
Right? So the sun
Yes, yes.
rises every day. This is a universal fact, a universal truth. It is always the same way. It's in the present.
Okay.
Something else? It is different from here, Mario. Look, this is decision made at the moment of the speaking. Wait a minute. I will carry this box for you. I always say, wait a minute. I will connect my charger. I will switch my charger. Unless I do that, my computer is going to sleep. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
And more or less, so if it is not this, if it's not the decisions taken at the moment of the speaking, normally we use will when we don't know when something is going to happen, unless we use tomorrow. Will is
Okay.
not the immediate future as we think in English. All right. Any other question, guys? All right. So let's go. So according to the mistakes, you have more or less an idea of what you have to practice, and you can use the main page here. It's everything organized there, and you can look for whatever verb tenses you need to practice. You also have mixed tenses. It is very good for everybody to do 2 or 3 activities of all tenses in a text. I will do it. Let me do here. More homework for me. Paste all tenses in a text. Paste all tenses in a text for future practices. I will try 2 or 3, okay? Because it has to do with the timelines, with the mark, with the keywords, etc. Okay, let's go for the articles. Let's do one together. You are 5. right? We okay. Jose, can you go until someone?
Yeah, okay. I just received a postcard from the Robinsons, a family I met last year. It made me start thinking, when was the last time I actually sent a letter or postcard to someone?
0? I mean, nothing?
I think yes.
Okay. To someone?
To someone? Yeah.
Thank you. Then I cannot see everybody. Rafael,
Yep.
can you come until letters?
Yeah. It's strange. The postal service has been part of the daily
Of
A
a daily?
for centuries. And sadly, with a single generation, the postal system is on its way to becoming the thing or zero pass. There is date a few people sent a letter.
A letters?
Yeah.
Okay. Alberto, can
It's
you
mine.
go until country?
Yeah. Today, the email is an far more common way to communicate with friends and family. It also an faster and cheaper way to communicate. When I send an email to a friend in the distant country,
Thank you. Anna, until stamp?
I think you meant me, Amina, right?
Sorry, Amina.
Yes, the friend will receive an email almost immediately. What's more, I have the ability to attach a photograph, a video, or a MP3, and I don't even have to buy an expensive stamp.
Okay, and I think there's someone else. Mario.
Okay. But the world is changing quickly. In a decade or two, we might all be using totally different kind of technology to communicate.
This is 0, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's check. Do you want to revise just by a chance? Anybody?
No.
Okay, so I will check. Everything in white is wrong. You will have a second chance. The only thing that I disagree with the exercise is this one. Okay? The exercise says this is the correct option. Okay? But I don't agree with the exercise. I think that we can say today any mail is because everybody can send an email, because emails in plural have become a common way to communicate. Okay, so only in this case, but the others, you can have a second turn. So I think we begin by Jose. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said you sent a letter or
A postcard.
a postcard.
Mhm.
That's correct. And I think this was for you as well, right?
No,
No.
no. The next, I don't know. I don't know who was the next.
Let me see you. Rafael, I think.
I think too. The postal service has been 0.
So if you say a daily life, it's one daily life. Who does this daily life belongs to? For example, a daily life like Aitana must be very busy, right? She's a very famous singer. Let's check. So you don't specify because we are talking about general daily life. The same way we are talking about several centuries. And then I think here it was for you, Rafael.
I think I end the paragraph.
Okay, so let's try here. To becoming
I think
a thing, because it's only one thing. It is in singular, and it is not the thing because it's one thing. And why we don't use one? Because it's an article, not a numeral. One is numeral, right?
okay. Yeah,
A thing of
the past.
the past. These days,
The few people sent
few people,
0.
zero. Because few people is negative and a few people is positive.
Ah, okay.
Little people is negative and a little people, oh, sorry, little chance is negative, or little chances or whatever. Let me think. No, chances is countable. I cannot think about an example now. Little patience, little patience is negative and a little patience is positive.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No worries. Send
The letters. No? 0?
letters. And it's not because it's positive or negative. It's because it's plural.
Oh,
And it's because it's general. Few people, plural, with the letters in plural. Okay, let's check.
okay.
That's correct. I think this was Alberto.
Yes.
Okay, we have talked about this. So
Today, the email without nothing is the far more common way to communicate. Oh no, it's
the a. Okay, so a before consonant
an.
and okay. We don't have a single one, eh? Here, before vowel. You see here?
Yeah.
Okay, but Lucy, why is this not N? We are gonna check. So a far more common way to communicate with friends and family. It is also
A.
a, okay, a faster and cheaper way to communicate. Why? Because the is for the superlative, the cheapest, the fastest. A
Mhm.
faster, a cheaper. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. I think it was Amina.
Yeah, when I send an email to a friend in a distant country.
Uh-huh.
The
And
friend, the.
the
Because-
email.
Yeah.
So the specific friend will receive the specific email, right?
Yeah.
And
I don't know if it's an MP3, but I don't.
it
I
is
don't.
an MP3 because this stands for audio whatever. I don't remember.
Okay.
Let's check. Yes, I don't remember, but MP3 audio layer 3.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then it was Mario.
If-
Mario? Yes, Mario. So
Mm, the no, a
Ah.
totally different
kind.
Yes.
All right. And that's it. Okay. So let's practice one more time. And now let's be a little bit more attentive, okay? Just a sec. Can close this. What is my timer? I closed it? Yeah. 4 minutes. Don't worry if not everything comes right. It's been a long time. You were not studying English grammar in detail. One thing is to speak English in daily life, and the other thing is study grammar in detail. All right, so don't freak out, don't overthink things because it's not needed. This is only for you to make sure that you need to study because you are going to go over an examination. So sometimes our speaking skills are very good and we forget that grammar is also important. That's one of the several objectives of these activities. All right. So the timer is on. You can start the articles study. Let's go. I'll be right back. I need a glass of water. Remember not to check. All right, guys? Okay, just a sec. I'm trying to organize my drive with the files I'm creating for you guys. Just let me double check something. B112, B212. It's missing B1, test 1, answer key. Okay. All right, sorry. Let's go here. Now I can see Alberto, so Alberto is my first victim. Can you do the first paragraph, please?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about buying an electric car? It's a question, sorry. With the price of gas at more than 4 gallon. It's starting
$4.
$4. Yeah, sorry. It's starting to look like a very good options for people trying to save money.
Okay. What's the option here? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Goes Amina.
Yes, I have. In fact, I've been doing a little research into electric cars. Nothing there. I went to a car dealer. Nothing last week, and just drove a couple of electric cars just to get the feeling for what was out there.
Okay, let's go with Mario until I have 3 more students, right? So 1. Yeah, you can do until answer.
Okay. So do you think they are a good choice for person like me who thinks a price of gas has gotten a bit out of control? That is a hard question to answer. And that's,
Just a sec. I got lost. A good choice for
nothing.
nothing. Who thinks?
Price.
A price. Okay.
Price.
Okay. And that's
A
a hard question. Thank you. Goes Jose. Until small.
Okay. For example, the first car I tried was amazing, but I almost had a heart attack when I saw the price. And the second car I tested was an inexpensive model, but it was a relatively slow car, and the battery was too small.
And we have, I never remember the last name. Rafael?
Yep. You could only drive a car for the few hours before you had to rechange. And I with a few public changing stations. That is not easy thing to do.
That's
0.
not 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to revise before?
Yes, in my part, I think, I'm not sure, but it's the second paragraph where, yes, I have in fact. The last one, just to get, I don't know if it's the or a feeling.
You tell me.
Just to get, I think, a feeling from what was out there.
Okay. Someone else? Check. All right. I think this was Alberto. So when you go to the market, you ask for the price of
The
things, right? But how would you say Gallon.
$4
gallon.
a gallon.
A gallon. $4.
A gallon.
Let's see.
A liter of gasoil.
A gallon. Well, I think it's 3 liters and a half. Don't remember. A gallon.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It is not the gallon, because if you're talking about the gallon, you could say the blue gallon belongs to Lucy. Okay. Or the petrol gallon in California costs $2.
Mhm.
Then it would be a specific gallon.
Yeah.
Then I have here, who was it?
A person
Okay,
thinks the price.
there you go. All right. And then here, I think it was Rafael.
Yeah. You could only drive the car
That's correct.
for a few.
A few hours, because this is a consonant, so you need And-
with zero,
yes,
few public changer station that is not the easy or uneasy.
an easy thing to do. All right. Okay, guys. Much better than the first time. Yes? Do you remember the first time it was, there were much more white squares. So as you can see, it is just a little bit of practice to recover everything that you studied in the past. And if you didn't study in the past, it is all right. You're going to study now with my help. All right. If you want to practice more articles, we have everything in here. And you have bunches. Okay? However, there is a specific order taught for our essays. I will write it in the update, and it's here for my homework. All right? Okay, what else? Ready? What time is it? Okay, good timing. Let's go for the punctuation exercises. We have 4. Initially, we should go very, very quick because it is only to choose the punctuation. Just a sec, one moment. Okay, thank you, guys. So, so as we have the options here, we should go quick. Okay? I think I don't want to ask the level that you have in the diagnosis test because it's private information. So let's do it together. All right? Because we have only 15 minutes. Yeah. So let's do it together. And then we can do everything. All right. Rafael, I can see Rafael.
Yep.
So we have dot, comma,
Mm,
colon, and semicolon, or nothing.
okay. She was.
Although she was hungry, she didn't want to eat.
I think the first option.
Nothing.
No, the second, sorry.
Dot.
I don't know who did it. I think a point two.
A dot.
Okay.
My
My-
father.
Love cooking. Semicolon. Tennis is my favorite hobby.
Barack Obama.
Was born in, Honolulu, Hawaii.
The last one.
Let's go of dinner. Shall we colon? The second option. This,
6.
in the car, on the way to school.
The second.
Yeah.
And 7.
I ordered some pizza and a glass of wine.
No comma, right?
Yep.
All right. Do you want to revise?
I think the second option is the first. Let's go out dinner. Shall we? Is a point.
At this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check. I'm sorry. Although she was hungry, she didn't want to eat. They are two different clauses separated by the comma, and it's a comma, not a semicolon, because they are related in meaning. She's hungry. She was hungry and she didn't want to eat. Similar to the example I gave about the friends. That's correct.
Okay.
This is capital letter.
Oh, I didn't see.
I know. Okay. He was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. So you don't need a comma after the preposition, right?
Okay. Right.
And this is probably a structure that you don't remember. Let's go out for dinner, shall we? It's a question tag.
Okay.
In the car, that's the alarm for the class. In the car on the way to school, she finished the rest of the homework. That's the pause we need. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
This is correct. Yes. All right. Let's
Yeah.
go with the next victim. Mario.
Okay. The dog
The dog.
ran outside. Dot. He won $1 million. In other words, he won. Third option. No, fourth. Sorry.
Fourth.
Yes. The boy shouted, I want some ice cream. Third. No, second. Sorry.
Second.
The phone rang. Comma. This is the best day of my life. Second. You can eat there. The last option.
Good here. So, first of all, however, must be always be preceded by a dot or start a sentence and followed by a comma. As we know, the semicolons allow us to start a new sentence with a new reasoning or a new idea. You can use the however here. Before while, we don't use a comma. We use nothing.
Okay.
And in English, they use commas.
Okay.
All right, well done. Let's go with Jose or Alberto. We can part the exercise, right? Because it's 8. 4 for Jose and 4 for Alberto. Alberto,
Okay.
4 for you. Number 1.
Okay. Please bring the follow items. I think that I will put double point.
The colon.
She ordered nothing. Blank.
That's correct.
Ottawa.
I mean, that's correct saying the blank.
Yeah. The first one. We went to Chris' apartment and they to my parents. Both I don't know the name of the little
Apostrophe.
apostrophe. I think that in the two blanks, no, I will put apostrophe and is.
Apostrophe S in both of them.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All right. My mother is a.
That's for me too.
Sorry. It's true. It is Jose.
Yeah. My mother is okay. The third option.
Brian.
Brian picked me up in his car, an old Volkswagen. The second option. August 5th, 2003. The third option. And she's coming to the meeting. I think nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ottawa, the capital of Canada, is the province of Ontario. It is a non-defining relative clause. Do you remember those teachers who said, if you take this part of the sentence and do like this, what happens to the sentence? Nothing. Ottawa continues to be the province of Ontario, right? It doesn't change the meaning of the message doesn't change. It is just extra information. So the non-defining relative clauses come between commas. Here is correct, and here you don't need yes, because it is plural, and Chris is his name, so you need the yes. Very good here. Here is the same case as here. It is a non-defining clauses. It is a non-defined clause. It doesn't matter what kind of car. What matters is that he picked up in his car and they drove to the beach. And it could be an old Volkswagen, an old Audi, an old Ford. It doesn't matter. And in here, I think, I wonder, I guess. Yes? It is the modern kri for the mimis that you have. All right? Questions? Amina is the last victim.
Yes. Okay, my coach was right. Colin, I wasn't prepared. Comma, which is why I didn't do well. Expert John Smith explains the cause of the problem. Colin, I think. The website was created in the website that you are using now. The first one?
We will see the end.
Yeah. I don't know why. Mm, the first one. Like the book. The last one. The countries we visited. The third one.
The third one.
Yeah. The company plans to expand to 3 countries. South Korea this year, China. The third one. My pet lizard enjoys sleeping. The second one.
Okay. All right. Another shot.
Let me try. I don't know why. Maybe the second one? I don't know. I have no idea.
Very good.
Yeah, okay.
Well done, Amina.
Thank you.
All right. So if you have questions, we have the explanations in here in detail. Okay. And in every block. And your homework is this. It shouldn't take you more than 10, 12 minutes at most. I would say even 8 minutes. You have to identify the punctuation marks in this text using colors, doing circles in using different colors. You have to choose the proper punctuation marks for these 5 paragraphs, and you can describe either a world famous monument or a famous monument from the place that you live in 5 to 7 sentences, something similar to this. Okay? And we will correct it together. I told you that we are going to do listening practices in class 2. In your case, Thursdays. In your case, Thursday. When we join the class, I will grant you access into the document. You're going to paste your activities there. What's more, I am going to provide you the answer key for for this part for exercises A, B, C, and D. And I will ask you to paste your little paragraphs in here so I correct while you are doing the listening practice. All right, and then we work in collaboration. Any questions?
No,
All right.
it's
Thank you.
correct.
It's
I
fine.
have a little one question. I couldn't to be in class in Thursday. It's possible to be tomorrow at the same time today,
Tomorrow.
or are different class?
Yeah. So if you missed a Monday class,
No, the Thursday.
Thursday class, you should watch the recording.
Okay, perfect. No problem.
You should watch the recording. If you have any doubts, don't hesitate to write to me.
Perfect.
Or to enter the class or to ask for the 15 minutes tutorial that we have on Fridays.
No, it's I will see the class after.
Okay. All right. It was very similar to this class. It was grammar practices overall. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
And Mario, did you want to ask something?
No, it's correct. All.
All right. Okay, guys. So thank you for coming. Good work. And I'll see you on Thursday. And I appreciate
Okay.
the camera from Mr. Alberto Garcia.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.